Queen Street West.
Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages,
Please welcome
Virgin Mornings
Love the Mornings.
with Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
Very fun, isn't it?
Okay, let's go.
Good morning and welcome to Friday. Feels good.
It felt like a really long week, did it not?
This week did, weirdly. I don't know why. I'm not sure what's going on, but it felt very November-y this week in terms of the length.
Jax, what's the moon saying? Why according to the moon, did it feel like a long week?
The moon.
Yeah,
huh?
where's the moon at? Listen,
Okay,
it's going to be a great day today. We've got a brand new BTS song, and it's all in English, which is surprising. All English BTS coming out just out of the 7 o'clock trending. Also, Summer Side Hustle at 7 o'clock. We're going to give you $100. We're going to replay Ghosted in just a few minutes, but first let's check in with the crew. TJ, what's on your mind, man?
Hey gang, want to be Drake's neighbor? Because you can be. A massive home on the Bridle Path is for sale right now. It's right around the corner from Drake. 4 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, 14-foot ceilings, a weight room, its own home theater, a golf simulator, and a wet bar. All you need is just shy of $30 million.
Is that all?
Yeah.
That's not bad. We can go splitsies.
Yeah, but the property tax on that, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's like, is that
that's
worth
true.
it?
That's true. So it's going to be a lot to run.
I'm going to go drive by slowly. That's what I like to do on the bridle path.
Jax, what about you?
Well, if you're having an odd day or maybe just need to pick me up, please go Google the new photos that just dropped of Toronto Zoo's baby red panda.
Oh.
She's very cozy, and her little nose looks like a little puppy nose, and it's a lot to see. So if you're safely on the side of the road or wherever you are, please Google them. They're really cute.
Just
They're really
follow.
cute.
You should follow the Toronto Zoo on TikTok and Instagram.
They're
man,
so cute. They're
it's the best.
little babies.
Producer Jesse.
Our favorite show may be a hoax.
Don't.
So
no.
the
I know.
internet is
No.
doing a
No.
deep
Don't do
dive
that.
on
Don't do
Selling
this.
Sunset, and the reports are that it's a little more scripted than we thought.
Shut your mouth.
So the real estate agents appear to not be actual real estate agents.
Okay, that's
but
a
just,
pretty big deal.
right? So they're really just sales associates that work for Jason and Brett that they've kind of had to sell these houses. So they don't really have a license to sell houses. They're going through the brokerage and just being actresses
Even
on
Maya?
the show so they can have all the drama.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
So if this show is totally scripted, then how is drama only happening now? Like, they couldn't have scripted more drama?
I think. Oh, there's more drama. Apparently, one of them left the major group too. The Oppenheim group.
The Oppenheim group is split up.
If you've not watched
be
Selling,
Davina?
if you've never watched Selling Sunset,
Oh my
you
God.
must watch Selling Sunset because it's first up, it's house porn. Number 2, then it's like the Real Housewives kind of drama.
Yeah.
And as a guy who does not watch and refuses to watch
Yeah.
Kardashians, Real
Yeah,
Housewives,
yeah.
any of that, it's so
It's
good.
so
Yeah.
good.
So good. Delicious.
I mean, it's horrible,
Yeah.
but it's also so good.
and it's like an easy watch, right? You just kind of
Right.
throw it on or whatever.
so good.
Oh, that makes me sad. That makes me
the
so
kicker
sad.
is it's produced by the same guy who produced The Hills, which was famously found out to be very
Producer
scripted.
Jesse, don't you dare bring this energy to
That
the
was
show
another
this
one of
morning.
my favorite reality shows of all time. Don't you dare tell me The Hills is fake.
Hey, what's up? I'm Jesse, and I'm the ruiner of dreams.
Shut his mic off.
All right, so Jesse's wrecked our morning. But
Yeah.
we do have Ghosted coming up just after 6 o'clock. And by the way, you are never going to forget a Dr. Mike. That's all I'm going to say to you right now. People are very upset with pediatrician Dr. Mike. That'll be at 6:08 right now. It's the weekend.
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Remember that $1 million teeny home that was for sale in the city? Well, someone just bought it for $800,000 over asking price. The shed-sized home in Little Italy went viral in July and sold within 7 days of being on the market and had 14 interested bidders. The real estate agent behind it mentioned back in July that it appeared people were more interested in the land it's on rather than the house itself.
Yeah, well, have you seen the house? For sure.
It's tiny. It's honestly the size of a shed.
Yes, it
But the
is.
land is in a good spot and like
And if you
cool
build
neighborhood.
if you build one of those like tall 3-story houses that you see,
Yeah.
with like a rooftop patio, which is probably what they're going to do.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
be gorgeous, and they'll be able to flip it for double.
Do you know how much like that would cost to do?
To do that, if you're a developer, it should cost you $1 million. Wow. So they're putting, I mean, the profit margin's not great on that. So it's 1.8 in plus tax. Then you got to build it, get all the permits, get everything done. Hopefully, get it under $1 million in the next year, and then you got to flip it and hope that the market's good. Because who knows? Like, listen, I know that, and I'm a bit of a real estate nerd, but who knows where we're going with this economy? We have no idea. So it could be
Buckle up.
It's a major
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I wouldn't take it.
Well, Polly Pocket House.
Hey, terrible news for bachelors everywhere. Ragu brand pasta is no longer available in Canada. Much like Fruity Pebbles, Count Chocula, and Vanilla Coke, we have to go to Buffalo to get it now. In a tweet from Ragu's official Twitter, they said, quote, "We regret to inform you that Ragu has made the hard decision to exit the Canadian pasta sauce market. We hope that you have enjoyed the delicious taste of Ragu and are very sorry for any inconvenience."
A couple questions here. Number one, Jax and I, when we were mulling over stories to do this morning, Jax and I did not get it with this one. So why is this a big deal, TJ?
Because that's all I've ever bought.
I feel like that's kind of like a nice bachelor sauce. Like I was more like a Hunt's or No Name gal.
Yeah.
It's
Hunt's
not
was
the
mine.
most expensive sauce on the rack.
Okay.
Now you have to get the fancier ones. What was the one you said?
Well, Hunt's.
Yeah,
Hunt's
I've
is
never
good.
used that before. I've always been a Ragu boy.
Try Hunt's. I think you'll like it.
Well, now I'm in the market. So
now you're looking.
any pasta
Now
sauce
you're
companies
open.
are out there,
There you go.
hit me up, man. I'm a free agent.
Yeah, there you go.
CERB was extended another month as the EI program is revamped. So yesterday afternoon, it was announced that a $37 billion transition plan is being put into place, and CERB will go for another month, and extending it from 6 months to 28 weeks. This is, of course, to allow more people to receive financial assistance during COVID-19, which is good news. And that's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. Michael, what's up, man?
Good morning. How are you?
Good. So Jax wanted to ask you a question specifically.
Michael,
Yeah, no problem.
Michael, are you sending a soft, sweet text early in the morning?
Absolutely, I'm sending soft free text
love
early in the morning. I was just thanking you guys. Like, I didn't know if you guys would actually see it. I didn't know if text line's open.
Yeah, the text line's always open. Hey, do you want to tell everybody what you sent? Because it's very sweet.
What's
good.
today?
Well, it's my last day of work. I listen to 99 every morning, and I appreciate what you guys do. It's a nice little laugh in the morning. It's a nice little smile, a good little pick-me-up for the day. So
Michael,
I just wanted to text in and say thank you. Like,
I love
it's
you.
very sweet.
Now,
Thank you.
you got some exciting stuff coming up for you. Like it's your last day at work because
I'm going back to school.
Awesome.
yeah.
What are you in school for?
I go to USC for criminology.
wow,
Good for you.
One of the
Smart
top
boy.
25 schools in the world. We found out yesterday. Criminology too, man. That's not easy.
Smart cookie.
Do you watch a lot of Forensic Files?
Yeah, more Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
My people.
No.
I'm getting into it too. I really like it. TJ's right. It's
the
a good
perfect
show.
I can't do Andy Samberg's mouth. I just can't. I just can't.
You leave his mouth out
Andy
of this.
Samberg is a national sweetheart.
Yes, he is.
he is.
And so are you. Michael,
Yeah.
congratulations. Good luck
Thank
to
you
you.
so
U of
much.
T's a tough grind, but it's going to be worth it in the end. He's been working construction all summer to pay for those
Yeah.
bills, man. Good for you.
And stay in touch,
Thank you.
okay?
Virgin Mornings.
With what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
The Toronto District School Board is now sending students back to school September 15th. That's 1 week after the province's initial planned timeline. This would likely be a staggered start as well, so not all kids at all schools will return on the exact same day. Meanwhile, at yesterday's meeting, the TDSB also approved mandatory masks for all students regardless of age. So before, it was dictated that only students in grade 4 and above must wear face coverings. Now it looks like it's all grades. The board also wants to discuss class sizes in neighborhoods that have been hit the hardest by COVID-19.
Yes,
So
yeah.
that just continues to develop, and we'll keep you posted on that. Researchers claim that they have found the actual real cure for a hangover. This is in a study published Tuesday in the Journal of Alcohol and Alcoholism. Researchers from the University of Helsinki and the University of Eastern Finland found amino acid L-cysteine.
L-cysteine?
Yes, L-cysteine.
There you go.
Nailed it.
Good.
Anytime there's a word with more than 3 syllables in it, there's a good to fair chance I'm going to have a hard time.
You don't know this is happening, but TJ, when he does mispronounce words, he just looks at me like, is that
Am I
is that
doing
it?
it right?
And most times you aren't.
Most times I'm not, and I just need Dad to tell me it's all going to be okay. L-cysteine found to relieve alcohol ailments such as nausea, headache, stress, and anxiety. So they found that the stress and anxiety appeared to be managed with a smaller dose. It's going to take a bigger dose to cut back on the nausea and headaches with a bigger dose. Now, I did a quick Google search, and it looks like you can find this stuff on Amazon, which is slightly less convenient than ordering 6 McDoubles right to your apartment.
Yeah.
But, still good to know.
I also have to say the Sunday scaries are the worst. Like when you wake up and it's not even the hangover and the sleep
It's
that
the
you need.
anxiety.
It's the anxiety.
Yeah.
So they're saying that this will deal with that.
Yeah.
Oh
Man.
hallelujah!
I'm 100%
Also,
up.
may I suggest Harvey's Burger, extra mayo, 4 pickles. Let's go. That'll help too.
Harvey's, really?
Harvey's. I'm a Harvey's gal. Yeah.
Wendy's has underrated hangover food too.
Yeah,
Junior bacon cheeseburger.
I am a junior bacon cheeseburger guy for life.
JBC?
Always and forever.
Speaking of surveys, there's a new survey that says we're sick of cooking at home. With all the increased time at home, it's no surprise. 55% of us say that cooking during COVID-19 has been making us feel tired of it. And another part of this that made me go, oof, is on average, people have cooked the same meal 28 times since the start of COVID-19.
Yeah, usually you've got it's funny when you start dating somebody, they'll be like, yeah, I'm a pretty good cook, and they'll make you like their meal, like the one meal they're good at. So then you'll think that they're a good cook, and I've done this to people too, where I have that one meal. I have this family recipe for ribs, and they fall off the bone, and you actually can eat them with like a knife and fork because they just fall, and they're delicious, but they take like 3 hours to make.
Yeah,
and so anyway, long story short, once you're out of those meals, it's like, okay, I don't know what to do now.
Ribs again.
She's like, I'm so tired of ribs. Adam's ribs.
I make this really nice dish. It's kind of like a one pot. It has rice in it and spinach and all this fun stuff. And I made it for my girlfriend Val. It was the first thing I ever cooked for her, but I undercooked the rice. And I knew because I waited for her to take the first bite, and then I heard a crunch, and I was like, that's not supposed to crunch. And she's like, it's really good. And I ate it. I'm like, oh no, I undercooked the rice. I put in half the water I needed, so not the best moment for old Tej. But
wow, and she's still moving in. It's crazy.
What do you mean moving in? She's probably moved in now. Hey, we got passes for you and 3 of your closest friends to experience the immersive Van Gogh exhibition happening this summer. We're going to take caller 9 at 416-872-9999. You can get your van and go there. I know I said that 2 days ago.
Sorry, I thought you were done talking.
No, the joke is never over.
Here we go. We'll get.
Wait, I'll say the joke again. Yeah, you can get in your van and go there. Nailed it.
Van Gogh. Thank you, TJ. You know, at church they ask you to do this like once a week. We do it twice.
Yeah.
Mondays and Fridays.
Are you saying we're bigger than church?
No. Nope, I am not.
Careful, TJ, careful.
Text secret to 99999. We're going to change your name, and it's just you confessing your sins and feeling a little bit better now that the entire city knows, but nobody knows who you are, which always feels really good. And we're going to start with Greg and Markham. Text secret to 99999. My wife is a vegetarian, and she feeds our kids vegetarian food too. But when she's not around, I feed them all meat.
Gregory.
I'm the favorite parent. Now, I
steak.
I think that becomes important at a certain age. The favorite parent?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. If you're the favorite parent, you can get the kids to do things to behave.
That's called manipulation.
It sounds a lot like it, yeah.
That's exactly what parenting is. I know you guys haven't done it yet.
I know.
But get ready, because manipulating your kids is the only thing that works.
Okay.
I think that's a point for birth control right there.
Yeah, right? Kylie and Oshawa.
Did I make it weird?
You did.
Yeah, you
Okay,
did.
cool. I think we need to move on now. I get all and more of my daily servings of fruit at work because I work at a farm store that sells produce, and I eat handfuls of berries every time I walk into the food cooler, which is about 30 times the shift. I'm getting paid minimum wage, so this is my extra compensation.
If you worked like at a grocery store or a food market, everybody knows you're eating some of the food.
Yeah.
I used to dip into the croutons when I was a baker.
I used to eat the pie crust.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I also worked in the bakery.
Yeah.
When I was at Shoppers after Halloween, all the candy would go on sale for like 99 cents. So the stuff in the back, we just munched down on it, and it was a write-off. we would eat a lot of
that's what
Halloween
you gotta
candy.
do.
Yep. Abigail in Mississauga. Hey, I genuinely have a sleepwalking disorder. Jax, you can relate.
Stop it.
That'll cause me to harmlessly walk around in the middle of the night. But occasionally, I use it as an excuse to do bad things.
Uh-oh.
I like
what?
this.
Like
I
what?
like Abigail
What is
a lot.
it? What is it?
Like the other night, I was, quote, sleepwalking, and I ordered a bunch of clothes with my boyfriend's credit card.
Okay,
Oops.
like a-
oh, cool, fraud.
Yeah. Sleep fraud. Oh, no.
Oh, no, not again.
There's another one. And a couple weeks ago, I was also, quote, sleepwalking, and I sent a bunch of angry DMs.
Okay.
I love sleepwalking.
Hey, it sounds like you need to work through some things
So,
over
Jax, what you sleepwalk, but it's like you grab croutons from the fridge, right?
Explain what happened last night,
I'm
please.
a sleep snacker. So I like wake up in the middle of the night and I'm like not.
This is last night.
Last night I woke up and I walked to my fridge naked, as one does, and my buddy had brought over Uncle Tetsu's, like that really good.
that cheesecake everybody lines up for?
cheesecake,
Yeah.
And I just go to the fridge and I just stand there. I just eat it.
You ate it at the fridge.
I ate it at the fridge naked, and this isn't a one-time thing. Like I did a couple times last night, and like this has been a thing that's been going on for years.
How often
Don't
in
start.
a week do you wake up with crumbs in your bed?
Oh, I don't bring them back to bed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not a monster.
I just leave them in the floor.
So like a true bachelorette, you have to eat in front of the fridge with the door open or over the sink.
Yep.
And there is no other acceptable place to eat.
I want to feel the fridge coldness on my body is what I need, you know?
Fair enough. Virginia from Richmond Hill texted secret to 99999. She said, I went on a date last night, and when I met the guy, I didn't really like him. So I purposely tried to make it a terrible night out.
Trolling. I love it.
He still texted me this morning, so I guess I have to ghost him.
Sometimes you gotta ghost. Sometimes you gotta ghost.
Or come up with a really elaborate story, right? To get out of a date.
No, don't lie.
Have you never done that?
Just left a date?
No, not just leave a date, but like elaborately come up with a story and been like, you know, hey, oh man, it's crazy. Like you've never booked like a phone call with your friend or?
No, I've never bailed on a date, and I've never had a date bail on me. I've had a few dates, like they've had like emergencies pop up while we were out, and I always just felt really bad for them because they would get a phone call and then they would have to leave right away. And I'm like, oh my God, I hope everything's okay.
And then, that's the bail.
You know what, as I say that out loud.
I actually have a real story on this one.
What?
My go-to for the longest time, and this is terrible, I admit it, but it worked every time, is my dad's in hospital.
Adam Wild.
Yeah, my dad's very healthy, by the way.
Wild.
It's Virgin Radio. Works. Try it.
Virgin Mornings with Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
7 moments that are awkward for almost everyone involved. It's a BuzzFeed article. I'm going to add number 8 to it before we get to the other 7, which is TJ's joke in the last break that we did about birth control.
Yeah,
I stand by it.
Why?
We were talking about how it's hard being a parent, and I was like, well, that's a point for birth control. And then everyone just stared at me.
And
I was like,
condoms.
Oh no, am I in trouble?
He's not wrong. Now, number 1 on this list, and I hate this, and I've never admitted to hating this, but I'm right there with you on this if you hate this. Watching everyone sing happy birthday to you.
I love it. I love it.
Do you love it?
Oh, yeah.
Now,
I love chaos.
Now,
I love it.
when it's you are the subject, do you like it?
I love it. Whether
Really?
I'm singing or receiving or whatever it is,
See,
I love it.
I don't even like being a part of the chorus.
It's a jovial
I'm still
tune
loud
that
about it.
everyone can enjoy.
You guys sang me happy birthday on my birthday a month ago, and I didn't know what to do, so I dabbed.
TJ also hates anything that happens in public. So.
Yeah, public scenes are not his thing. Number 2, walking back to your group after your turn in bowling.
That is weird.
It's
Very
weird,
specific.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's specific, but it's also like, usually it's because I've guttered it. I'm terrible at bowling. I'm so bad.
Also, bowling shoes are hard to walk in.
They are, and they never look cool.
Yeah, you don't
and-
feel good.
Yeah. Number 3, when the cashier at the grocery store says, I can help the next person, but you're still putting your change away or grabbing the stuff that you bought.
I always
It's a
get
nightmare.
frazzled, yeah.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I'm like, and you know me, I'm an over apologizer anyways. I'm like, I'm so sorry. And they're like, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a system.
What is it?
I just put everything in my front pocket, and then I walk outside, and then I reorganize it all.
Figure it out there. That's fair.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Number 5, when everyone said bye on a Zoom call and they're all trying to leave the meeting but can't. It's that like slow, like bye.
Because it's a double tap, because you can leave and then you have to like confirm that you're leaving.
Yes. So I remember yesterday, actually, my podcast on the side is about hockey. So we were interviewing Wendell Clark, and Wendell admittedly is not much of a technology guy, but we were able to get him on, and he was great. It was such a great interview, so much fun. He had some great stories about Maple Leaf Guards, whatever. And then at the end of it, he just shut off his camera.
Oh, sweetheart.
And that was it. And then Steve's like, my friend Steve was on the show. He's like, is he still there? And he's like, yep, still here. Just trying to figure out how to leave. And we had to run him through how to like.
Sweet Wendell.
Number 6, when the person taking the tickets at a movie theater says, enjoy your movie, and instinctively you respond, you too.
Oh, that's the worst.
It's like anything. It's like, enjoy your meal. You're like, you too. I'm like, the waiter's obviously not eating because they're serving.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Number 7, when you're watching TV with your parents and you know what's happening next, sex scene.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there's one I was watching season 1 of, what was the Claire Danes show where she works for the CIA? Oh, come on. We know this.
With the guy.
The guy from the thing.
Yeah.
The guy from Billions is in this. Come on, we can do this.
Claire.
Like we
Danes.
literally have Google at our
Yeah.
Homeland.
Homeland. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay, so when that was coming out,
Like
my
great
mom,
2 seasons.
I was living in my mom's basement, and we're like, we got to watch this show. Everybody's talking about this show, so we watched the show, and it was like, wow, this
Yeah.
show is good. And then there is a very very passionate car sex scene. And I was sitting right beside my mom, and that was not cool, man. Part of me was like, this would be great if I was with someone else, but I can't enjoy this.
Yeah.
My parents took me to see Titanic in the movie theaters, like as a family affair. Like my dad, my dad pre-bought tickets and everything.
Sure.
And then we all went, and my mother made me put my hands over my own eyes in the
And
theater.
you're like, Mom, I'm 20.
And I was like, I don't know what's more embarrassing, like the fact that they're having sex in a car, or that I'm like a 12-year-old with my eyes covered with my own hands while my
So now you
parents
can
are
only
enjoying the
hear
sex
it.
scene. Yeah.
Yeah. That's way worse.
More hits
Virgin Mornings.
with what's trending.
And this is what's trending right now.
Remember that $1 million teeny home that was for sale in Toronto? Well, someone just bought it for $800,000 over asking price. It was the shed-sized home in Little Italy. We saw it a lot in July. It was sold within 7 days of being on the market
So
with
small.
14 interested bidders. The real estate agent mentioned back in July that it seems like people were more interested in the land than the house itself.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
$800,000
They're
over
gonna knock it.
asking, and then you're going to probably be north of $1 million just building something on top of that.
Easily. And that's like on developer prices, right? If you were to do that yourself, it would be even more money.
Good thing I have no
Permits
money,
and everything
you know?
else. Yeah, I know, right? We're
It's
all over
good
here
to
like,
have no money and no land.
you know, it's payday today and I still have zero money.
And it's gone. It was a nice 10 minutes, though, wasn't it?
It was great.
Terrible news for bachelors everywhere. Ragu brand pasta sauce is no longer available in our country. Much like Fruity Pebbles, Count Chocula, and Vanilla Coke, we're going to have to go to Buffalo to get it. In a tweet from Ragu's official Twitter, they said, "We regret to inform you that Ragu has made the hard decision to exit the Canadian pasta sauce market. We hope that you have enjoyed the delicious taste of Ragu, and are very sorry for any inconvenience." I brought the story up earlier. You guys thought it was nuts. Apparently, I'm the only one on the show that ate Ragu.
Yeah, I
mean-
I was a Hunts guy. So when I was like really struggling, had no money.
Yeah.
It was always the canned Hunts stuff that I would eat. And
Yeah,
it was really good.
College was Hunts for me. And also, Ragu's a bottle, is it not?
It is.
All right.
Then you can pour
that's
your bacon grease
Yeah, the
in
thing was
after.
Ragu's in glass, or it was.
Yeah.
So I was like, I always thought that was way above my price range.
I used to use it as flower vases if I ever had a class.
Yes, love it.
Oh, Ragu, may it rest. And service has been extended another month as the EI program has been revamped. So yesterday, this was announced that a $37 billion transition plan is being put into place, and CERB will go on for another month, extending it from 6 months to 28 weeks. This is going to allow, of course, more people to receive financial assistance during COVID-19, which is a good thing. I'm TJ. That's what's trending. And guess what? Brand new music from BTS. This is called Dynamite.
New music.
Get ready for secondhand embarrassment, because Jax is about to secondhand embarrass you with the embarrassing thing that she did. Now, this is all related to something I think we've all done, which is you take a picture or a video of yourself and you mean to send it to your friends. It might be a text message, might be a WhatsApp, might be something that you throw up to your close friends on Instagram, which is Jax's thing, except that it makes it onto your public profile. Which it did for 1 minute last night. So if you were really paying attention, you could have seen something pretty, wow.
If you have alerts on for Jax and you were like,
oh my God.
Great, Jax posted the story.
So, Jax, what happened at your flat, she calls it a flat, last night?
Stop it.
And then, what did you post, and who was it meant for?
So yesterday I was gardening and I was tending to my jalapenos. And
I think it's pronounced jalapenos, but continue.
I, washed my hands a couple times after, and then probably about an hour later, I took a shower. And
First off, been there.
yeah.
Because you go down and you use your hands to wash.
Yeah.
And then there are areas that are more susceptible to others if there's still hot things remaining on your hands.
Sure.
I still had some
Residue.
On my fingers, and as I washed my body, trying to get clean, I got some jalapeno in a place you don't want it.
Where?
Where the good Lord split you. We'll put it there.
And any person with this part of their anatomy, jalapeno vagina is not a good thing, okay? I'm saying it. It hurt, man. It hurt.
Okay, so the thing to do is to deal with that. But what Jax does is go, no, I must get a video of this.
No. Let's be clear about something. I wasn't like taking a video of that. So this isn't the first time. Let me explain. This isn't the first time.
Multiple times?
Yeah, okay, TJ, I like jalapenos. It's hard to get off your fingers even a couple hours later. So a few years ago, my sweet roommate Morgan had to witness and hear him like screaming from the shower. And so what I did is I hopped on my Instagram and I like sent her a video being like, Morgan, it happened again. I got my beep in my beep. Like it was a pretty
explicit.
There wasn't like you didn't show her, did you?
No,
Okay,
I didn't
all
show.
right.
Oh my God, no, I'm not that wild.
Just checking.
I mean, it could, No, but I was explaining really, really detailed what was happening to my body. Because I was like, LOL, like Morgan's gonna get a kick out of this, and I posted it to my story.
So you meant to DM her, but you posted it to your story.
Full of swears.
How long before you recognized that you'd posted it to your story?
A minute.
Oh, so so how did you know?
Because I went back to check something. Like I refreshed the app because my Wi-Fi is a little bit tricky in the back of my apartment.
Oh no.
And it was like, that like little red circly doodle.
Yes, yeah.
Just
how many people saw it?
over 100.
Oh!
That means 100 people in your life know about,
not
as you called it,
it's a public profile.
Jalapeno vagina.
Yeah.
Not just in your life.
Oh, yeah. Like it's
people
a public
way outside
profile,
your
yeah.
life.
And I was like, because Morgan's from the East Coast, I was like, Morgan, jeez, like just screaming in an East Coast accent. And so it was
wow.
There's something for the OnlyFans right there.
Yeah, right. You should be charging big money for that. Yeah. Now I've done the same thing. Only I didn't do it on Instagram. But I remember I was I was moving to Calgary. I had a girlfriend, and she moved out. I know it's a rare occurrence for me, but back then I did, and she had moved there first. So she was working at a radio station out there that was going to be different from mine. So we were obviously 21 and full of hormones, and she sent me a picture, and I was like,
stop.
I was like, girl. And then, so I was like, I must send a picture back because that's what anybody wants to see, a guy's body.
Yeah.
And
with the one thing we can do.
Yeah, especially my body. Like, it's not like I'm one of those guys on Grindr who are like perfect.
Yeah.
I am a very average build. And so what did I decide to do? I decided to post a picture or take a picture, and it almost Captain Morgan pose on a toilet.
Ew.
Because that's where the mirror was.
Yeah.
And thankfully I did not have my face in it because you never put your face in one of those photos. No. And I sent it to her Toronto number, and she'd already moved to Calgary.
Oh boy.
So that had got a bunch of question marks back.
It's just like...
And I wanted to die.
As you guys know, I'm big into zit popping and blackheads.
He loves Dr. Pimple Popper.
Ingrown hairs.
TJ loves this.
Yeah,
so my girlfriend likes it when I send her videos of me like pulling out ingrown hairs and stuff. We have a very normal relationship. And anyway, so I recorded a video of me pulling an ingrown hair out of my chest.
Oh,
a nice deep cut.
I grabbed it and I pulled it out. It was really satisfying. I was really, really pumped about it. I hit send and I realized I sent it to my friend Josie. I didn't send it to my girlfriend. So then I had to respond and be like, hey, the reason I sent you a video of me bare chested and pulling out
everybody wants it. I'm sure she wasn't upset.
Oh man, that's great. All right, so here's our question.
Because it happens all the time to people.
It does happen all the time. So here's our question to you. When did it happen to you? And I want to shout out this text message. Hey, a lot of jag going on in there, boys. Hey, that's jag. How do you say it properly? East Coast when you're
getting your jag on, bud.
Getting your jag on.
Come on.
So give us a shout. 416-872-9999. 999 to text. I want to see if anybody can outdo Jax's story. It's a good one.
Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
So you posted something or sent something to a group, to your social media that was definitely just meant for one person. It was very private, like Jax did when she got jalapeno residue on her spot. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Jax. I got to turn up your microphone so you can respond to that.
I got jalapeno where it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
And it didn't feel good,
like I said, where the good Lord split you. And it's not a fun spot. I actually did that once. I was working with I was doing chili or something like that.
Oh,
and then
yeah, man. No.
Went to the couch, do what all guys do, and then for the rest of
Ew.
not like that.
Okay.
Not that.
Like a scratch.
Like
a scratch. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, it was a bad day. Now we're gonna bring on John Smith. It's not his real name, but you are John Smith today.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mr. Smith, please tell us what you did.
Well, I with my wife, we used to send each other, nude pics and stuff as a joke. And one day I took a D pic and sent it to my wife. Well, now wife. She was my fiance at the time. Not realizing that the text I sent to was actually a group chat that included my now sister-in-law and mother-in-law.
Shut up.
No.
Yeah. They still love me, though.
What did they,
Maybe more now than before.
I'm just going to say.
What did they say? So I need to know, what was the immediate text back?
Did they say anything?
I got a call from my sister-in-law that said, what was that about? And I said, what are you talking about? And she says, I didn't really need to see your junk. And I said, what are you talking about? And then I realized what it was.
Sweetheart.
So immediately I had to call my mother-in-law and fall on the sword and apologize and say it was a joke and it's not mine and so on and so forth.
It's not mine.
Yeah.
That's so
Do you have tattoos? If you don't have tattoos, you can get away with that.
Not down there, I don't.
Sorry, officer, that doesn't belong to me. I'm holding it for a friend.
It's Virgin Mornings with Adam Wilde, TJ, and Jax.
On 99.9 Virgin Radio.
Also, we need to talk about verified embarrassment, as in the time that you sent your... you verified that you were doing something naughty and sent it to the wrong people, or... posted it on your social media like Jax did yesterday. TJ, what are the texts saying?
Text from the 905. Although I didn't post this on my story, one time I took a screenshot of a conversation of someone who was mad at me for no reason and went to send it to a friend saying LMAO, they're actually mad. Just to get a text back saying, I assume that wasn't for me, but I'm glad you think that's funny.
Gosh.
Which I then also took a screenshot of and sent that to my friend to show them how dumb I was. LOL, good times.
Well, at least you got a sense of humor about it. Next one.
From Kenora, Ontario. One time a couple years ago, there was a girl, not me, on my Facebook page. I went to refresh my page, and there was her with no shirt on, like a selfie, and the caption was, "There you go, grumpy pants." So I'm assuming it was for her boyfriend, but she posted it right to her Facebook. I saw it, and I liked it. Then a few minutes later, I go back, refresh, and it's gone.
Oh.
But it was a topless duty on Facebook. Haley.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Sure is.
Yeah.
And...
I mean...
I mean, they are at the end of the day just boobs. They're just certain, you don't want to...
Nipples are nipples, baby.
Nipples are nipples.
Yeah.
We do have a fascination with them, but I think, you'll survive that one.
Yeah. Text from the 905. So my girlfriend moved to Toronto while I was still in Newfoundland. She sent me a photo as well, and I thought, all right, I'll get into this, send a nice one back, got all ready for it, took a nice little pose. Sure enough, did I not send it to her and my story on Snapchat?
No.
And I didn't realize till nearly 6 hours later.
Oh, no.
I woke up to her calling me 10 times.
No.
It's about 4 a.m.
No.
At this point, she said, it's on my story, and I had about 40
Stop
people
it.
saying, that's a good picture to post here. And I have most of my family on Snapchat that's seen it as well. Worst morning of my life.
Oh, it's terrible. That actually reminds me of something. I had I had someone send me a video, and I looked at it, and it was them flashing in the video. And I was like, oh, God. And she messaged me right afterwards and said, my boyfriend's name is Adam, but I also follow you. So I accidentally sent it to you and not him. And I had to forward it to HR because I was you have to be, you can't, you have to make them aware. And they're like, we're aware of this. And if we have any complaints, blah, 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 we'll follow up with you. So thankfully nothing. And she was very nice. And I was like, please don't worry about it. But I had to flag it with our HR. It's terrible.
It's like disassembling a bomb.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Scary.
Another text from the 647. This one might be my personal favorite. I sent my dad a text meant for my boyfriend on 2 different occasions.
Oh, no.
Dad.
The first one was right after I had gotten everything waxed and was expressing how nice it was and to see you tonight with lots of wink faces.
Oh my God, stop it.
The second was when he asked me to grab dinner out with him, and I sent a message complaining to my boyfriend that I was so tired and so not in the mood to deal with my dad tonight. And also too poor to go out and didn't want to spend the money. So yeah, awkward. I'll never forget.
Can you imagine? Poor dad's
okay.
oh no.
Now, I believe that I'm a progressive dad. And I have a little girl at home.
Yeah, dad him.
And I don't mind if she ever says to her boyfriend and accidentally sends it to me, boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever she ends up with, I don't want to see my dad tonight. He's exhausting, blah, 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 blah. Parents are exhausting. But if I ever get some sort of nude shot accidentally,
that's enough.
I'm going to die. I'm going to crawl under a rock and die. I'm going to walk into Lake Ontario and never come out again.
And then burn her phone.
Burn my clothes, burn her clothes, but just get out of town.
So handle it perfectly reasonably, is what you're saying.
Get ready for more hit music trending.
This is what's trending right now.
The Toronto District School Board is now sending students back to school September 15th. That's 1 week after Ontario's initial planned timeline. This would likely be a staggered start, so not all kids at all schools are going back on the same day. Meanwhile, at the same meeting, the TDSB approved mandatory masks for all students regardless of age. Ontario had previously dictated that only students in grade 4 and above must keep their faces covered. This, of course, unless there's medical issues and whatnot. The board also wants to cut class sizes in neighborhoods that have been hit the hardest by COVID-19. So we'll be interested to see what's going on with the schools.
Yeah.
Researchers claim that they found the real cure for a hangover. In a study published Tuesday in the Journal of Alcohol and Alcoholism, researchers from the University of Helsinki and the University of Eastern Finland found amino acid L-cysteine relieved alcohol-induced ailments such as nausea, headache, stress, and anxiety. So they found that stress and anxiety appeared to be managed with a smaller dose, while headaches, nausea, that type of stuff needed a much bigger dose. Just relieving the anxiety alone.
Yeah, just get rid of the next day anxiety. That's great.
Yeah,
I'll deal with the headache on my own. I'll eat a greasy burger and have a nap. But man, the anxiety after drinking is the worst.
One of the reasons I quit drinking. I just couldn't do it anymore. Like, it's just
Fair
too
enough.
much, man. Too much.
Yeah,
I hear you.
Sad. The bums.
I did a quick Google search of that the amino acid, by the way, and it looks like you can get it on Amazon, but it's a little less convenient than ordering 6 McDoubles right to your apartment.
Or deep fried pickles.
Where do you get deep fried pickles?
Anywhere.
Actually, you know who's got good deep fried pickles, and you're going to hate this. TJ's going to love it.
Jack Astor's.
Franz.
Love Franz.
You love Franz.
TJ's favorite restaurant in the city. But their deep fried pickles are amazing, and Jackson and I always make fun of them for that.
Have you guys ever tried that small place, Franz?
Hey, you guys want a good cup of coffee? You should try this place called Starbucks. Pretty good. There's a new survey that says we're sick of cooking at home. I'm sure we're sick of doing a bunch of stuff at home. So with the increased time at home, they found that 55% of people say that they're tired of cooking, and it's because of COVID. And they also found that the average person has cooked the same meal 28 times since the beginning of the pandemic.
That can't be true. You know what?
Wasn't
Bacon and eggs, yeah.
Well, yeah. How often are you cooking the same dinners, right?
I think everybody's got like 5, unless you're a chef. You got like maybe 5, 3 to 5 that you're good at. And once that rotation's done, it's like, oh boy.
Or if you're in a new relationship. So Val and I both separately had our own, my girlfriend, sorry, Val.
Val and I.
We both got like the meal kits that we get delivered, and then we save the meal cards. Since she made a binder, and there's like 50 different meal things in there, and we cook the same 3 things. So, we have the binder, which is important because, you know.
Wow, you got a cookbook now.
It's kind of like clothes, right? Like you only ever wear the same 3 or 4 outfits, unless you're Jax.
Or if you're us, so we're all wearing black shirts and black pants today.
So much easier.
Yeah. That's what's trending. I'm TJ.
Thank you, TJ. That's it for us today. Now remember, you can watch every single Ghosted we've ever done on our Instagram page. You can watch the entire show starting this week on YouTube.
Yeah, excuse me.
Yeah,
so neat.
The entire show on Virgin Radio Toronto. And of course, if you just want to listen, that's fine too. Spotify or iHeartRadio, of course.
Hang out with us.
Our podcast